What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Nzuki podcast. I am Zuki, and I hope you are having a good day. Today, I want to talk about something that lots of us struggle with. I want to talk about the power of a good day. I know a lot of us, despite having put measures, even watched the documentaries or even podcasts about how to have a good life, how to plan ahead and make sure that our lives move on smoothly, we still struggle to be happy or to get joy in our lives. And what I want to talk about in this issue is that despite all the planning, despite all the measures we put in place to have a good life, there are so many unpredictable variables and uncertainties that make it difficult for us to have total control of our lives. And so this can be frustrating sometimes. So the first thing that we have to look at so that we can understand the power of a good day is the weight of a good life. So when our efforts are geared towards having a good life, when we have so many plans, so many goals, so many dreams in place, this is the life I want to have. Once I have this, I'll be happy. Because of so many events that we can't predict, that we can't be sure of what to do when they happen, it is very possible that we'll be frustrated in the future. And when we are frustrated after doing so many planning, having made all these plans, we feel like we are not having the life that we wanted. So there is that weight that comes with planning for a good life. So it becomes really overwhelming to say, once I get this job, I'll be happy. Once I get this spouse, I'll be happy. Once I get this guy, I'll be happy. All these plans are good. All these successes, whether it's financial, whether it's marital, whether it's spiritual, all these successes are good. But so much planning means that we are seeking control. You're trying to have control over your life so that you can have a good life. But the problem with that, because we can't plan for everything and we can't control everything, we often feel overwhelmed and frustrated when these things don't happen the way we wanted. So it's ironic that the more control we seek, the less control we get. And that can be frustrating because if you're trying to control every aspect of your life, every aspect of your day, and it can be a bit overwhelming from time to time. So the other thing, so I could use the analogy of a TV show. So if you're watching an interesting TV show or a series, you watch the first episode and you like it. You don't rush through the episodes to see what every episode is about or what every character does. You just go episode by episode trying to enjoy the show. But with life, we try to rush. We want to have everything planned out. We want to have a 20-year plan to see how everything is going to turn out. And when things don't work the way we want them, we often get frustrated and overwhelmed, and we may feel like we are not living the life we envisioned. So just like a TV show or a series, it will be good to move step by step, like the way you watch an episode and then you move to the next episode and then you realize, oh, this is what the show is about. So just enjoying each episode, you get to enjoy the whole show and get to finish the show in a way that you enjoy it. So it is important to understand the power of a good day. So instead of thinking about having a good life, it is easier, it's more manageable to think about having a good day. So if you can focus on just having one good day, just say, today I'm going to have a good day. You'll realize it is not so hard, it's not so much to handle than trying to have a good life. And once you have these good days, one good day, then tomorrow you have a good day, then the next day you have a good day, you realize after a week your life tends to change for the better, and it becomes easier, and you are not overwhelmed so much by daily events, because you are not focused on your mind is not doing a 20-year plan or a 10-year plan. So living day by day, one day at a time, it's very manageable. And even if you feel like a day is too long, you can even just try to have a good hour, Try to have just easier, simpler moments each day, and you realize life gets easier that way. And if we are being honest with ourselves, we realize we don't have much control over anything. So it's easier if we just don't have to work. We don't worry about what the next year or the next week or the next month is going to bring. So once you start stacking these good days, once you stack a series of good days together, what happens is you start having a good life. You start realizing my life is actually going pretty well. So after having a series of good days, what you have now is it's a good life. So it is easier if you look at it that way, instead of looking at I just want to have a good life. Then it becomes very frustrating and very difficult, and it's just too much work. You need to work too hard to have that good life, as opposed to just saying I'm just going to try to have this good day. Once you have a good day, then you just go to the next day, and then at the end of the week you realize actually I had a good week. Then you go on to have a good month and a good year, and that's how you realize, oh, my life is actually going pretty well, and I'm achieving the things I wanted to achieve without being frustrated or overwhelmed as I used to be before I adopted this way of life. So there are things that you can do. There are things that you can do to have a good day, And the first things to do that, there are some practical ways, is to start with small things. Just try to do that small things. Just maybe making your bed in the morning, staying hydrated, finishing a simple task that you have been putting on for so long. That will just help you have a good day. And the more you do that, the more you achieve this small task, the more you realize, actually, with all this consistency, I've been able to achieve bigger things without being stressed about the size of the projects you've been working on. Then it's good to practice gratitude at the end of the day. So if you try every day to say, I'm going to be grateful, at the end of the day you say, I'm grateful for the things that I have, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have, you realize things get better, you become more appreciative, and you also attract positive energy. By having positive energy, you also align yourself with more positive energy. So that way, that positive energy helps you go through challenges, because even when we try to have a good day, even when we try to be positive about life, it is still possible to have, there will be challenges in life. But because you are grounded in the day, you are grounded in your task, that gratitude brings positive energy that allows you to even attract more opportunities, more things to be grateful about. And if you look around, you'll always realize there is something to be grateful about. So gratitude can help you be happier and be more grounded and have more good days, because that is the objective here, to have good days. Don't worry about having a good life, just think about having good days. And then, so there are things that I believe they are easy. When people talk about them, people think they're just easy, but by adopting them, you actually realize your life changes for the better. So those things that I can mention quickly, one is eating well, eating healthy meals. That is actually a good thing that you can do to change your life. Because by eating well, by doing these things, it shows that you care for yourself, you love yourself, and that's good for your body. And then the other thing you have to do, and you have to practice doing, is sleeping well. Get enough sleep. These are things that you don't have to struggle so much to do. You can If you just say today I'm going to have a good day, incorporating these things in your day, you're going to have a good day. So you eat well, you sleep well, and don't think too much. The thinking too much about everything, about the future, the past, it just makes your brain tired. And as Alan Watts said, someone who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So when you think all the time, so all you have is just that mental chatter, that mental noise going on throughout. And it reaches a point where I realize as time goes by, you just live the same life every day because you just have these same thoughts. But when you just relaxed, when your mind is chill, then you can actually have more profound thoughts, more deeper thoughts that allow you to make bigger moves in your life. So don't think too much, eat well, sleep well, and you realize your life starts to change so quickly. Because when your mind is quiet, you can actually make better decisions without all that noise that pushes you to just make bad decisions over and over again. So I hope this episode allows you to understand the power of a good day and also understand the weight of trying to want a good life. So by having many good days, you start having a good life. So don't focus on having a good life, focus on having a good day every day. So I hope you're going to practice these things I've been talking about in this episode, and I hope this coming month of September you're going to have a series of good days, and then you'll realize your life actually gets better in that month of September. So thank you for watching. I hope you get to practice these things we've talked about in this episode, and I'll appreciate if you can subscribe to this channel, and also if you can leave a comment in the comment section so that we can continue to discuss these things further. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. You also have a good month of September.